Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Callen here to help you with today's responsibilities for Math Strategies 8. That would be today, August 18th, 2023. Hopefully, you've already completed the math review. You should have received that walking into class. You should have clicked here, checked for a mistake or mistakes. Right now, you're doing number 2, watching procedures video before heading back to the IXL diagnostic test. So let us commence, shall we? All right, now, as mentioned, there is a mistake or mistakes here. I'm guessing that you already identified that number 6, part B, there is a problem with its answer. However, I will give you a heads up. There is another problem on this page with the correct answer, but incorrect work. In other words, let's say I got a little lucky. But luck runs out, folks. Knowledge does not. So take a look again, see if you can find the problem that has a correct answer but incorrect work and got a little lucky. A reminder, A, B, today is C, and we still have 5 more practices, but remember, fix your answer, fix your work, and fix your brain. Every single box where you made a mistake, you're going to write 1 sentence, maybe 2, don't need a paragraph. Explain how to fix that mistake so you never make that mistake again on coming days. We're going to skip the rocket math. We'll be talking more about that. So let's head back to a review. Just a reminder for materials for this class, you need everything you need for your other math class, in addition to maybe an extra binder tab if you have a binder for your math class, or maybe just an extra folder for this particular class. We talked about rules and fairness and how being fair is not the same as being equal. Just make sure that you take care of business and treat everybody with respect. You'll be all right. Finishing early, there is every second counts here. Your time is valuable. Don't waste your time. Don't let anybody else waste your time. So if you finish anything early, you're heading to IXL, you're attacking weaknesses, you're going to turn weaknesses into strengths. I think this is where we're heading for today. So let's talk about questions. Now, I adore questions, folks. Questions are just, they're like dessert for me. I could just eat them up. But, and it's a big but, I wonder, who should you ask first? Take a moment, think about that. Now, you just heard Mr. Callen say he adores questions, but perhaps you can infer from the background picture your best asset is the person next to you, all right? Now, first things first, you got a problem, turn to the person next to you, try to talk it out. I'm a firm believer that 2 brains are better than 1. If the person next to you doesn't know, then turn to the persons in front of or behind you. Now, if 3 or 4 of you cannot put your heads together to answer that question, definitely get that hand up. I would love to help 3 or 4 people at once. But I also don't want you to waste your own time. See, what's the point of having your hand raised for 2, 3, 4 minutes while Mr. Callen's on the other side of the room working with some other students, right? So, anytime you have a question, first ask the person next to you. Secondly, talk to the people in front of or behind you. And thirdly, if nobody can figure it out in your group, come talk to me. Now, I notice I do want to stress in your group. You're not talking to the people across the room. You're not talking to your best buddy 20 feet away. You need to be talking to folks in your group, and then I am happy to help. Man, I love questions. You're going to hear me say that a lot. Now, let's get to your Canvas homepage real quick. Your page is going to have probably 6, maybe 7 classes. If you would find Math Strategies 8, I'm guessing you already found it. After all, you found this video, right? But if I could just click on the student view, this is what you're looking at. A reminder, this online agenda is going to be the key. You click on that, and it's going to have all your responsibilities. I try to put a full week up there. Syllabus, maybe this is something you peek through. Maybe we talk about it at a later time. It's going to have some just nuts and bolts information, contact information for parents, free tutoring. We're going to talk about that. That's going to start up this coming week. Why the second math class? If you've been wondering about it, if I didn't explain it to you on the first day, well, here's a chance to read it again. Think about grades and other information about this class. All right, so that's just another thing on there. So now you know your way to the online agenda and you know your way to the syllabus. More to come, perhaps. Folks, I think that's it for now. In fact, I would encourage you to head back to your online agenda. Number 1's done. Number 2, you're finishing this video. Number 3, make sure to head to that diagnostic test, once again, you're going to have to press sign in with Google. Make sure that yours doesn't just say IXL.com. It should say IXL.com/sign-in/Concord Commune. Actually, it's COMM, but you should have a folder with some links, or maybe you could go back to, oh yes, I know where it would be. If you go back into your page and you click back into all this stuff, if you ever have a hard time getting IXL, you can click over here on resources, and one of the first resources will be IXL, and that'll get you to the proper sign-in page. All right, once again, your page is going to look a little different than mine. I wish I had a student view sometimes. So click on the word assessment, and it should say step into the arena. Our goal is to get every one of these down to a number: 630, 550, 870, etc. You might finish today. Chances are you'll need some time over the weekend and maybe even Monday. I will talk to you on Monday about how this will be one of your first, if not your first grade in class. So yes, it's a big deal. Give it your best effort. Remember, you're going to make some correct. You're going to get some mistakes, make some mistakes, and that's okay too. But give it your best. Don't sit there and waste your time, because then you're going to be pretty disappointed in yourself when you see assignments in the future. All right, folks, that's all I got for me. Take care, do well. I'll see you on Monday. Let's grow.